Here's one comment that I got. This is from August West 9727. And August West says, MAGA explanation and plan to go back to the things that made us win and not doing all this crap you crazy people want. President Trump fulfilled every campaign promise he made his first presidency. Never happened in my lifetime before. That was reality 4 years ago. So that's something that I figured I would like to address on the show. The main one is that President Trump fulfilled every campaign promise he made his first presidency. Well, let's review that. PolitiFact did a fact check on all of Donald Trump's promises that he made going into the campaign and then at the end of his term, and then determined whether or not that he fulfilled those promises. Well, 53% of those promises he broke. Only 23% of the promises he kept, and the rest of them were promises that he compromised on. So there was part of it that was promised, and part of it that wasn't. So if you even want to add that to the promises kept, that's still below 50% of the promises. But according to August West 9727, he fulfilled every single campaign promise made in his presidency, and that's never happened to him before in his lifetime. Well, I've got bad news for August West 9727. That still hasn't happened in your lifetime, because I got a few of them that we can go over that he absolutely 100% did not keep. He was going to replace and repeal Obamacare, if you remember that one. And then he was going to replace it with this unbelievable healthcare plan, and he was going to do it in 2 weeks. Of course, 2 weeks went by, and then another 2 weeks, and another 2 weeks. Nothing happened. He was going to put a lifetime ban on foreign lobbyists raising money for our elections. That never happened. Of course, probably the most famous one of them all, he was going to build this big, beautiful wall that was supposedly going to keep immigrants from coming over into the United States. He was going to block the entire border, and no immigrant was going to come through, and that Mexico was going to pay for the wall. I think we all know at this point that that never happened. In fact, his buddy Steve Bannon is now in jail because he came up with some crazy scheme of getting people to send him money to pay for a wall that was never built. Remember his infrastructure week? Then it was infrastructure month. And in 4 years, his $550 billion infrastructure plan never came to fruition. He was going to grow the economy by 4% a year. Now, even before COVID, he was not able to grow the economy to 4% a year. He was going to save the coal industry, if you remember that. No, he didn't do that. Guaranteed 6-week pay leave for everybody. That never happened. And he was going to remove all undocumented immigrants, which obviously is impossible, but that was a campaign promise that he was not able to keep. And then, of course, he was going to eliminate the federal debt. In fairness to him, he said he was going to do that in 8 years, and obviously he was unable to achieve that because he got his ass kicked in 2020 by Joseph R. Biden, who is our president now, and that is one campaign promise that he was unable to fulfill.